Hey y'all, so I'm back with another review. I am reviewing episode Cartel Crew season 2 episode 5 Anger Iceberg. So first of all, let me say thank you guys so much for you guys watching my last review on the show. If you don't know and this is your first time watching, I also did a review on the last 2 episodes of Cartel Crew as well. This episode it wasn't really a lot. There wasn't really much going on. But we're gonna get into it. So we start off with the aftermath, pretty much of the whole fight. Stephanie has got kicked out with her belligerent ass, and she's downstairs having a low heart attack, and everybody else is upstairs, like kind of like the aftermath. Kat is just kind of sitting there. I think she's just kind of like thinking about everything that happened. Dayna thoroughly Yeah, Dayna really gets on my nerves. I want to like Dayna so much, but she really truly gets on my nerves because Stephanie's friend Yvette was still sitting up there, which I'm not gonna lie, I did find that kind of weird that Yvette didn't go downstairs to go and check on Stephanie because that's who you came with, but it is what it is. And she's sitting there and Dayna's talking to her like, oh my gosh, Stephanie's so out of control, blah 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 blah. And even when me and Marie was standing over there, she wanna come over and start attacking me. And I'm so glad Yvette said something because I was like, that's not how that happened. And even if I was like, no, 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 no. That's not what happened. That's not how that even went down. She said hi to you and she was making a beeline for that girl. She didn't say anything to you. Thank you so much, Yvette. Thank you so much because Dayna, to me, I'm glad like toward we'll get to what happened at the pool party, but Dayna, you are so thirsty, and my whole thing is like you don't have to beef with Stephanie for a storyline. You have a legit storyline with you, your kids, and your baby father. You do not need to pick a beef with Stephanie to have a plot line. It's unnecessary. Stay out the drama. You don't have to be part of it. It's okay. So, you know, that happens, and then Kat apologized to Betty Idol for messing up her event and stuff like that. But I'm glad she did that and she didn't apologize to Allie's bitch ass. And Allie's in the damn bathroom talking to Nicole and talking shit. Now this is what kills me. This is what kills me about Allie. So Allie's in the bathroom and she's like, oh, like how you claim to be from the streets, this, that, and the third, and I'm not even from the streets, and I know that you don't do that. But that's what you was claiming though. You were claiming, Allie, that you knew that you was all part of this, like, quote unquote, and all of this, that, and the third. That's what you was claiming before. So don't try to, now that somebody tagged your ass, don't try to run like, I'm not even a street girl, I'm not even a street girl. Then don't talk street shit. That's my thing. If you're not a street person, don't talk on street shit. Point blank, period. That's why, like we said before, your mouth, you should have never opened up your mouth. And Nicole was pissing me off with excuses. Oh, she was just telling me what she heard. Oh, she was just telling me what she heard on national TV. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Anyway, Nicole has an attitude like, oh, you don't do that, and that's my friend, and you don't do that, and blah, blah, blah. Like, Nicole, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, because you wasn't going to do nothing either. Okay? Okay. So, a little bit of time goes by, and then I think Yvette goes downstairs to go and check on Stephanie, and Stephanie's being belligerent as normal, and she's all I won't say in this part because I understood. She said that she was standing down there for 30 minutes and nobody had came to come and check on her. I do think that was a little bit shady. I think that once she got thrown out of the party, somebody should have went down there to check on her, whether it was Kat or whether it was Yvette. Probably more so Yvette because Yvette came with Stephanie. So once everything had calmed down, and let's say you said your goodbyes to who you need to say goodbye to, you should have brought your ass downstairs and checked on Stephanie to make sure that she was cool. So I thought that was legit. However, Yvette was right when she said, Stephanie, you was acting crazy. She said, I love you, and I'm not even friends with none of these girls, but you were acting insane. And I agree. See, we all need a friend like Kat who's going to whoop somebody's ass, even if you are in the wrong. And then we need somebody like Yvette who, once it's all over, is going to tell you, girl, you was wrong. You was wrong. Stephanie was wrong in a sense. She was wrong in a sense. She turned up at a place that she didn't need to turn up to. She could have handled it another time. She could have left the party. She could have done a lot of different things but that. But we are where we are, right? Okay, cool. Oh, y'all, what happened after that? So I think after that, no, before we get to that scene. So we're still at the party, and so we have Magic, Los, and Michael at the bar. And I think it was just them three at the bar. And you know, they're all talking and stuff, and Los says, can he have 3 Ace of Spades? Now, I don't, did he mean glasses? Because if he meant bottles, Ace of Spades bottles, I think, are like, isn't an Ace of Spades bottle like $100,000 or something like that? So maybe he meant like 3 glasses, but if the bottle is that much, I can only imagine how much the cup is. And I mean, by the glass. And Magic was like, you peeped that to him, was like, I mean, he out here ordering big time, but it don't seem like you taking care of. But I was, you know, pretty much shown evidence or whatever about the whole situation about him not paying the child support. Like, how you out here able to spend that much money, but you're not paying your child support or whatever. So Magic pretty much called him out on it and was like, I mean, you said that you're paying your child support, but that's not what I've been told. That's not the evidence that I've seen, is that that's not true. And Magic just kind of felt like, why did you lie to me about it? Like, it was unnecessary. You could have just been real. And this is from this moment on, I knew Los was full of shit when it came to this whole situation, because he said, unless VH1 cut something out that we did not see, he said, oh, I told you. He's like, I do pay my child support. I told you guys that I missed like a payment, or I missed some payments, but I be giving her what it is that she needs. And Magic just pretty much kind of went in on him, as he should have. All of them kind of got on his ass, which is just like, bruh, you cannot sit up there. Oh, Eddie was there too, because I'm like, I know there was somebody else there. Eddie was there too. Their whole thing was pretty much like, you are pretty much full of shit. That's pretty much what I got from all of them. It's like, you're up here saying that you pay your child support, but it doesn't seem like it, and you're making it seem like it's all this difficult when it's really not that difficult, to be quite honest. And also, at the end of the day, Magic was just like, you need to put all of your bullshit to the side with your baby mom. It don't matter. And this is what I was saying in my other video. As difficult as she is, you need to do whatever it is that you need to do to see your daughter. If it is true what you're saying, that she don't let you see your daughter, then you need to go above and beyond to do what you need to do to see her. And I think that was all of their points. Like, you can't be out here talking about you're such a good father, but then you don't even financially take care of your child. That doesn't work. Just because you're there, that's wonderful, but being a father is an all-around job, not just being there financially, not just being there physically. And it sounds like you ain't even been there physically, so what the fuck is you really doing? What are you really even doing? Okay, so they pretty much got in on his ass, and Los got his feelings about it, but everything that everybody at the table said was facts. And Magic just left it at this, like, if you do not take care of your child, you are a deadbeat. And he walked away, and I believe it. I'm here. I see, you need friends like that too. You need people who are going to tell you the truth and call you out on your bullshit. And like I said in my last video, it felt like Los was bullshitting, but I couldn't really tell. But this episode let me know for sure he's full of shit. When it comes to that situation, he's full of shit. He's full of shit. Kat went over to Stephanie's mom's house, and Stephanie pretty much just told her, you know, how, oh, even though, sorry, back to the party, Stephanie was downstairs going off, but she did say that out of everybody, Kat was her friend. Even though Kat wasn't down there, Kat was her friend. Regardless, skip forward now. So Stephanie, rightfully so, I appreciated Stephanie's episode, because she owned her shit. She did. She owned her shit across the board. She apologized to Kat about how she handled the whole situation with Eddie, and she explained to her why it was. She explained to her the whole situation with her mom, and her mom came in there and kind of said, you know, I think because of what she's seen happen to me, she's just very overprotective of you, but I know that she crossed the line, and Stephanie apologized for it. And I'm here for Kat saying, look, at the end of the day, right or wrong, we fighting or not, you're my best friend, you're my family, so I'm always gonna stick up for you. I'm here for that message, Kat. I'm here for that message. Okay, next scene is we have Los meeting up with his baby mama, and he's pretty much, they meet up in a parking lot, and his whole thing is him saying to her, like, you can't keep going around and you're trying to make my life a living hell. Because even when he was at the bar with Magic and them, he was saying how the problem isn't really his daughter, it's the fact that they're not together anymore. But his baby mama said, well, Yolanda said when they were at the meeting, but you just smashed me 2 nights ago. I said, ha. Found the issue. I knew that they were still fucking, because it didn't make any other sense otherwise. And I knew that they were still fucking. I knew it. So Los, you really are, I'm not gonna say a typical, but the stereotypical baby ass father, which is you want to pop up when you want to pop up, you want to fuck her and do all of this stuff, but then when she try to hold you responsible for not doing for your child, then all of a sudden it's, oh girl, you want me, you want me, you want me. And he sat up there and said, now this might be a little bit true. He said, ever since you did not have a man anymore, you always all up on me and stuff like that. And I just find that weird, because now that y'all not together, now you want me to be all up your ass. But he did kind of tell on himself in the same sense, because he said when she was with a man, you wasn't worried about me being around, but now that he's gone, you want me around. So doesn't that mean that you wasn't really around like that? And Yolanda said to him, like, you come and you see her like twice a month, and he's really trying to be like, oh, well, I'm doing what it is that I can do, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. I don't really know your work schedule, Los, or nothing, but you are a tattoo artist, and I don't know if you do anything outside of that, but don't most tattoo artists kind of like make their own schedule for the most part? So I don't know how hard it would be, you know, for you to just go over there and see your child. I don't know, maybe like once, 2, 3 times a week. Y'all do all kind of live in the same city. Just kind of saying. It sounded like a whole bunch of excuses from this nigga. And then he sat up there and was like, he was like, well, you telling people that I don't pay you and I'll give you money. She said, you're behind $3,500 as far as child support is concerned. So Los, that's shit that I'm talking about. This whole time you've been pointing a finger at her, but it wasn't until Magic called you out, and it wasn't until just now that you want to admit that you're behind on your payments. You never brought that up. You never, which means at one point in time you wasn't paying. Now it could have been because you couldn't afford to, or it could have been because you was being petty. And the reason I believe it was because you was being petty is because you then turned to her and said, oh, well, what is you doing with the money that I give you? Because I don't see my daughter in this, and I don't see my daughter in that, this, that, and the third. So my question is, Los, did you stop paying your payments? Did you stop making your payments because you were trying to be petty towards her? I do think, now let me insert this in right here. I do think, and I know for a fact that there are a lot of women who take child support money and don't use it for the intended purposes. I know that to be a whole fact and then some. But this is my whole thing, Los. My opinion about the situation. Maybe if you was around your child more, then you would be able to see what the money is being spent on. Because like you said, you even noticed that your child doesn't have any new Jordans, or doesn't have this, or doesn't have that. So how about if you was around your child more, maybe, just maybe, when you gave her that money, if you was around more, maybe you could pop up and be like, hey, do you want to go shopping for her? Do you want to go get some clothes for her? Or if you're so concerned about it, why don't you get it yourself? I'm just a little bit confused. Granted, I'm not saying that Yolanda is 110% innocent in this situation, because she does give me very like, because when she said to him, oh, but you ain't have no problem smashing me 2 days ago, I said, oh, I know one of you. It's just, it's a lot going on here. It's just a lot, and it's a lot of different feelings I have when it comes to this situation. But overall, I'm gonna say this: I feel like they're both wrong. They're both wrong, and they're both being petty as hell in the whole situation. Nobody is taking the kid first. Everybody is being selfish in the whole situation. So that's how I look at it. And both of y'all is wrong. But because Los, you are on this show, I'm calling you out on your shit. You have been acting like it was all this girl's fault and she's just crazy. And you're saying, and you sitting up here saying, oh, she's just mad that we're not together. So why are you still smashing her then? Stop giving her, you and a whole lot of other men, stop giving y'all baby moms the impression that y'all want to get back with them. And yes, I'm so sorry, but fucking them is giving them that impression. It sure is. So if you don't want your baby mom to think that she's still with her, or you trying to get back with her, stop fucking her. How about that? I had a lot of feelings on that situation, y'all. This is going to be way longer than I freaking expected it to be. After that, I believe the pool party, I don't even give a fuck. I believe the pool party was after that. If there's something I missed in between, I don't care. The pool party was after that, and all of the girls come over, including Betty Idol. I didn't understand why Betty Idol was there, other than the fact that she is now on the cast. And I think it was at Maria's house, and Maria just wanted everybody to kind of sit down and talk and judge everything out. I don't remember who started. I think it was Stephanie who started, because Stephanie said, you see how all you guys are sitting over there and I'm sitting over here by myself? That's how I feel. And I'm like, that is a good visual representation, funny enough, of how it seems at times. But Stephanie, you are the cause of that sometimes. And she kind of went back and forth with Dayna, And she said to Dayna, like, well, why would you invite her? And Dayna, after a whole bunch of back and forth, said, I didn't invite her. Okay, I didn't invite her. I invited Nicole, and Nicole's bringing a +1. And I thought because her boyfriend was in town that she was going to bring her boyfriend as well. And so Stephanie's like, well, then if that's the case, why did you tell me that you invited her? And she's like, oh, because I was just mad. I was just being petty. Dayna, that has to stop being your excuse. I know that it's the truth, but you can't keep using that and then saying, sorry, oh, I was just mad. And I'm so sorry. I was just mad. Like, you're a grown woman with like 3-4 kids. Like, you gotta stop that shit. Like, just because you keep acknowledging it and saying it, if you're not changing it, it does not matter. Because that's maybe the second or third or fourth fucking time on this show that you have done something, and this is you've literally done some dumb shit or some shit that's unnecessary. Oh, I was just mad. I was just mad. Keep your anger under control. That you made that situation worse, and I feel like you wanted there to be a situation between you and Stephanie, and I really don't understand why that is. I don't get why you want there to be an issue so badly between y'all two. Stephanie brought up to Dayna how she felt some type of way about what she said about her career last year, and that's why she didn't come to the party. But what Stephanie said is true. Stephanie was like, me not coming to your party is not the equivalent to you inviting that girl. Like, before she found out that she didn't. And I was like, that's true. It's not. Like, it's not the same thing. That's going completely above and beyond. And that's what I mean, Dayna. It's unnecessary. So whatever. They apologize. But Dayna thoroughly gets on my damn nerves. And I want to like her, but she really gets on my nerves for her petty ass shit. You a grown ass woman. Stop acting like a fucking teenager. Okay? Anyway, so they went back and forth about that, and Nicole tried to call out Kat and tried to say, I forgot about this part, but Dayna, when they was at the club, was telling Kat, like, oh, you was wrong for what you did, and Stephanie would never jump up for you like that, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. And I'm glad that Kat stuck by what she said, which is, bitch, that's my family, and if I feel like my family's being disrespected, I'm gonna pop off, and that's on period. I'm glad that she said that. But back to the pool party, Nicole and Marie is trying to call Kat out, trying to tell her, oh, you should never put your hands on Allie. I'm so sorry, but I stand by what I said in my last video. Allie needed to get popped, and that's just on period. I don't like people like her. I don't like females like her who you got a whole lot of mouth, and you trying to act like you coming from me, but then when you actually get touched, it's a oh my gosh, my face, then stop acting like you're really about that life. Stop acting like you're gonna do something, and then the minute that you get a little scratch on your face, you're having a whole heart attack. I don't like that shit. So I'm sorry, I didn't agree with none of them bitches said. Kat, I'm with you. You did what you had to do. And that's on period. And they didn't say, oh, you was wrong for sneaking her. They said you was wrong for touching her. I don't believe that she was wrong. That's just me. I can be as immature as tomorrow, but I believe that in that situation, Kat was all right in what she did, and she stood by what she did, so I'm happy about that. I'm glad that Kat didn't back down and was like, oh, well, you're right, I shouldn't have. The only thing she said is that I shouldn't have done it there. And I fucked up Betty's thingy. Now, I don't remember who. I think it was Stephanie. Maybe it was like Stephanie and Nicole that was having a little bit back and forth, and Nicole was saying, again with that, oh, well, it wasn't something that she made up, it was something that she heard and that she told me. Okay, but she needs to keep her mouth shut. That's what you're not getting, Nicole. When you spread shit like that, they're not lying. Like, they're not exaggerating when they say people really lose their life over shit. It's not a game. And both of y'all two hoes, Nicole and Allie, y'all don't get that shit. All y'all do is y'all reap the benefits of what y'all people and y'all family did, but y'all don't really understand there's really life and death consequences to that quote-unquote lifestyle. And if y'all don't get it, shut your mouth. And it's just that simple. But in the middle of them going back and forth, Betty Idol jumps her ditzy ass in and is like, well, all I have to say is that this one made me selfish, and everything that she said was true. But if I would, Stephanie was me somewhat in this situation, because she got up and she walked away, and what she said, I agreed with. She was like, girl, Maria called us here to talk about the stuff within our friendship, not about your event. Because my whole thing is, Kat had already apologized. Multiple people, except Stephanie, had apologized so far. But literally the whole point of coming to Maria's house, it wasn't for people to say sorry to you. It was for them to figure out the relationship. So for you to jump in the middle when they're trying to talk and figure shit out, that is wrong. Mind your business. I don't need, she's gonna irk me. Like, she's really gonna irk. I could tell she's gonna bother me. Like, you gotta stay in your place. You're new to this group, so stay in your place. You could have waited towards at the end once Nicole and her was done, and they said that they're sorries to each other, because Nicole eventually apologized and said, you know, if she would have knew that Stephanie was coming, she would have never brought her, because she know what issues that they had. And I'm glad that Stephanie said in her confessional, I would never expect her to stop being friends, because that was my issue with her last episode. But her problem was like, why would you bring her if you knew that I was coming? But she didn't know. So boom, they cleared that all up. Betty, shut your mouth and what the New York say? Shut your mouth and eat your food. There we go. So that was that. Stephanie apologized to Pedro for fucking up her event. Boom, we move on. Maria went to her anger management class. That's why it's called Anger Iceberg. She talked to them about what happened between her fault, or her and her brother and her mother, and how she regretted that. Well, not regretted it, but she just kind of felt like she was cornered, and she doesn't understand why she has to be in anger management when she was just trying to defend herself. I can get that, but at the same time, girl, you gotta take responsibility for your own self. You gotta kind of like keep your own anger in check. So she talked about that and how, you know, she feels guilty because if she would have never been with Michael, then maybe none of this would have never happened, which maybe, but I'm glad that, what did the therapist, the therapist I think said, or the whoever was leading it said, if people want to walk out your life, you have, then just let them, but you still have to be responsible for your own decisions. And I was like, say a word, because if your parents don't want to be a part of your life, or your grandparent or your grandchild's life, because of their ignorance and lack of willingness to forgive and to move on, that's on them. But you still got to live your life. It might be painful and it's hurtful, but you got to let certain people go. If they want to walk out, let them walk out. Let your parents walk out that damn door. And I believe at the very end, two things happened. The very, very, very end, Magic and Michael signed the deal to do the cookies, which congratulations to y'all. And then also Los came to the shop and told Kat that he was like not gonna be part of the shop no more. How he was gonna go to, I think, like Europe or somewhere and do like 2 conventions, and how, you know, he realized that the problem is between him and his baby mom, and how they are always in a gray area and they never really broke up, and so he needs to take time away and go and get himself together. Here's the thing. On one hand, I do think that it's good that he's going to go get whatever little mental stability he got to get going on, because that's very important. But at the same time, I'm not trying not to be too judgmental, but like, you already, from what I hear, is not around your daughter. So why do you need more time away from your daughter to try to get your shit together? I don't really think that that's necessary. But then again, I'm not in his mind, and I don't know his mindset. Maybe he really is like struggling with depression and some other stuff. So go get yourself together. But when you come back, Los, I don't want to hear these excuses no more. I don't. If it's that real, take that bitch to court and get custody of your child. All right? That's what y'all thought about this episode. I'm out. Bye.